Let's talk a little bit about what our audience hears. There are 5 P's when it comes to using your voice: pace, punch, pitch, pauses, and power. We'll start with pace. If you are someone who constantly speaks at the exact same pace, there's a good chance that you might be putting your audience to sleep. Instead, we want to mix it up. Sometimes we're going to go a little bit faster, and other times we will really slow our pace down. You can watch the eye contact segment to learn a little bit more about how to slow down your pace using your eyes. But just remember, when it comes to pace, we want you to mix it up in order to build rapport and that likability with your audience. Go a little bit faster and go a little bit slower. The second P is punch. That's the emphasis you hear in someone's voice. If someone never spoke with any emphasis, it would sound like this, almost a little bit monotone. They don't have any emphasis, and it makes them a little bit less interesting. It's important to remember that your punch in your voice is tied to your gestures. When you are practicing and you make a big gesture, that's also a good time to add some emphasis with your voice. The most interesting thing. The most interesting thing. You can see it and you can hear it. That is your punch. Let's talk a little bit about pitch, meaning going up and going down. Getting yourself out of the 3 to 5 note range. When someone describes a speaker as monotone, they're actually describing them as staying within the 3 to 5 note range. Because if someone actually spoke with a monotone voice, it would sound like this. Instead, a monotone speaker most of the time just isn't getting out of the 3 to 5 note range. They aren't going up and they aren't going down with their voice. We encourage you to warm up your voice anytime before you start speaking, whether it's a large presentation or a small one. And you can do this by using the whoop whoops. You go whoop and get as high as you can, and then whoop and get as low as you can. What this will do is it will allow you to be more comfortable getting out of the 3 to 5 note range. Of course, we're not recommending that you speak up here all of the time or that you speak down here all of the time. We're just recommending that you allow your voice to get out of the 3 to 5 note range. It will allow your audience to be more engaged with you and what you are saying. The 4th P is pauses. Really what the audience hears is the adverse of a pause, a filler word. And, so, but, like, really, you name it. We come up with all kinds of things to make sure that there is no silence. But silence is okay when you are speaking. In fact, pauses are what really add emphasis to your content. A suggestion that we have in order to help yourself make sure that you don't slide in a bunch of filler words is to really focus on visualizing the period in the sentence, knowing that it's okay to stop at the end of a sentence. It doesn't sound weird to your audience, even though it feels a little bit weird to you. Really visualize those pauses as you are speaking. If you are someone who really has a tough time with filler words, we recommend that you enlist the help of someone you trust. Your brain needs to be caught in the act of doing it, which means the moment that you say I need to say, Sally, you said Sally, you said And that is how your brain will help you stop using those filler words. Let's talk about the 5th P, which is the power of your voice or the volume of your voice. If you are someone who tends to be a soft talker, you probably aren't going to come across as confident to your audience, even if you're very confident in what you are saying. When you bring your volume up to a 7, all of a sudden your audience will start to engage because they can see and feel your confidence. In every room, it's going to be a little bit different, but I guarantee at first it will feel like you are yelling. Trust me, you're not yelling. You don't have to trust me. Ask someone to stand out in the room and let you know, do you sound too loud? Continue to increase your volume until you get it to a level 7. This would be probably a level 5. This would be a level 8. And this is right where we want you at a level 7.